Make sure I can see.
We see you loud and clear. Now you already 10 seconds in, girl. Get it together. You're 18 seconds in. Get it together.
Big Rob, I don't need a countdown. I don't need no countdown. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Two Funcles and Niece. It has been a long time. Big Rob and Funkle Ray have been hiding, and they have finally decided to come out this summer and have some fun this evening. How y'all doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm chilling, relaxing, enjoying a nice hot day in Texas.
Yeah, I watched a couple of Yankee games. I'm all right.
What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say
Nothing.
the Yankees are?
What
are you trying to say?
What did he say? Go from 10 games to 2 games.
we just can't take him serious when he talk about the Yankees, okay? Because he's really a Mets fan in his heart, but you know he's kind of holding back.
You go.
Or what's the Pittsburgh team? Is it a Pittsburgh team out there?
Pittsburgh Pirates?
Yeah, that's who he really like.
That's who the Yankees are playing next, starting Tuesday. The Pittsburgh Pirates.
That should be an easy.
Excuse me, I gotta step out for a minute.
Well, we already know that Big Rob, he doesn't stick with his teams because you know he's no longer with the Steelers. He's with the Browns. You know, he's not feeling his teams, is what I will say.
I have to keep switching until I'm happy.
When you gonna be happy?
When this ringing stop in my head.
What that got to do with anything?
That's that confusion.
Okay. I had to adjust my lighting.
I bet. Well, we're about to kick it off. We'll talk a little bit about the summer. How's y'all summer going so far? It's very early in the summer. I'll tell you that I've been dealing with nothing but heat in Texas. It's hot as hell. Walk outside, feel like I'm about to be on fire. But how y'all summer going?
Our weather's been pretty good in Pennsylvania. You know, it ain't been crazy hot up here. So it, yeah, you know. So I went out and did some barbecuing today.
No snow in July.
I hope not, because if it snows in July, we in trouble.
Funkle Ray, how's the weather going for you out there?
Like I was telling you earlier, it's too hot in New York for me. Once it got up into the 90s, I was done.
It's only what 80 degrees out there. You talking about it's too hot?
Right now it's what 80 something now, and that's only because the sun went down.
I sure wish I could have some of those 80s. I think so. This has been the hottest summer so far since I've been in Texas. I don't know what to do, but it's just too hot for me right now. I don't even want to walk. I don't even want to move. It's just too hot. I mean, I don't know what the heck it is. And I'm talking to Texans who have actually agreed with me on that. So this is not me saying it. This is coming from Texans who have said that it is extremely hot.
Man, so early and you already complaining about the heat. Imagine when August come around.
I know. And August is usually the time where it's really rough and it's just extremely hot. But, you know, I don't know I hope it's not going to be bad, but this week it's going to be triple digits every day. So if it's like 101, it's most likely going to feel like it's 107. If it's 104, maybe 110.
Ooh, y'all grid's going to take a beating this year.
I know. That old raggedy Greg Abbott better have that in order. We're not going to talk about him now. We're going to talk about Greg, but we're not going to talk about him right now. All right?
Oh, boy. Your grid's going to go out while y'all in a heat wave.
I hope not, because that would be horrible, because the heat has been atrocious for the most part. It's been terrible.
You take a piece of loose leaf paper and fold it and make the paper fan. Well, everybody get ready for that.
That's just something you can't do out here. You're either going to have AC or you're going to have AC. There's just no other option. Just nothing. Yeah. No other options out here. But anyways, we're going to kick it off with a little Q&A with the Funkles. I'm going to be asking them questions that, you know, I have, and then questions that people may have. We're just going to put them on the spot and start asking them different questions about everything that's going on over the last few weeks, in America and in the world, just in the world. Y'all ready for this?
Ready for it?
I told you I'm short on battery life, so let's get started.
He trying to blame the battery on this. Don't even do it, Funkle
At
Ray.
55% right now.
So we're gonna start with you, since you know your battery a little bit low. We don't want your battery to run out in the middle of your statement, so we're gonna let you do it.
Well, I'm ready. I'll go as long as I can go.
So, what are your thoughts on the Supreme Court overturning Roe v. Wade?
Who's that question directed at me or Bobby?
No, you go ahead and take it, Ray.
You go on and take the floor, Funkle Ray. You go on and let him know.
Okay, that Supreme Court decision was awful for every woman that walks this earth and for every man who has a woman in his life that he cares about. Because if it's affecting that woman or that woman who's gonna become a part of his life, meaning that if he had children or grandchildren, or as long as it's affecting women, a man should be bothered by it. Because if it hurts a woman in your family, how can you not be bothered by it as a man? It's easy to say, well, I'm a guy, I don't get an abortion, I don't, my rights wasn't taken away, a woman's rights was taken away. But if you love a woman that's gonna be in your life, whether it's now or in the future, if you love her, then that decision should affect you also. I have a daughter. I have granddaughter. I probably have great granddaughters one day. And being that it's going to affect them, it affects me. And I think every man should look at it that way. Go, it's not just bad on women, it's bad on everybody. So that's my opinion of it. I really chose to use cuss words, but this is a family show.
Yeah.
We are PG-13. We don't curse out here in these.
No, that's what I said. It's a family show. So,
my opinion is this: you notice that it was 3 old men making this decision on women's rights. 3 men who are not going to have children anymore in their lives. I mean, these were the ones that put this into motion. 3 old guys. What more? How much more are we going to attack when it comes to women? What's next? What's the next law we're going to break when it comes to women's rights? This doesn't just have anything with just the reproduction. This is just women's health in general. They don't see it. They don't see that part of it. This is just about women's health in general. So they're not worried about, a woman dying, giving birth, or even just what it can do to her body while carrying it. So, it's always these old guys, and Clarence Thomas has really just, I think, he's on his way out, so he's really getting really flippy. So, for them to, here's my take on it. I thought Roe v. Wade was supposed to be a law. If it was supposed to be a law on the books, how do you take a law off the books? That's the part I found strange about it. It was supposed to be a law. But I guess it wasn't a law. It was just something written on a piece of paper, and they were just waiting for the opportunity to tear it up.
Correct.
And like Ray said, this don't affect just this generation. This affects generations to come. And yes, and if men are not looking at this saying, hey, this can affect my daughter, my great-daughter, my great-great-grandchildren, if men, and I'm saying this for all you men out there, look at this and say, no, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. And I don't see, when we're going to be able to change it, because the guys that these right wingers in this Supreme Court right now, until there's some change in there, we're going to see a lot more bad things happen when it comes to women.
Well, you're going to see a lot of bad things come when it comes to everything if things work out the way they're talking, because they're interested in other rights also taken away. That's why I say people gotta, when you vote at this point, I know everybody go by, oh, I don't want to vote Democrat, I don't want to vote this. Right now, you gotta play defense. You gotta defend against the few rights that you have now, or what they after. They're trying to take away voting rights. They're trying to take away gay marriage. They're trying to take they might even in Brown versus Board of Education.
You're absolutely right about that.
They're after these things. So I know people go, I don't want to vote for him because I didn't get this and I wanted that, and so I can't vote for them. No, you got to vote, play defense at this point. You got to vote for who you got to vote for to keep them from taking stuff.
I mean, what's this new thing now they putting on? Now you can't sue cops if they don't Mirandarize you and all that. I mean, what are they just nitpicking through the whole thing?
Yeah, they overturned that as well.
Yeah, I mean, what are they looking at?
That's why I say you got to vote for. You got to play defense right now as far as elections are concerned. You can't go, I didn't get this, I didn't get that, I wanted some of that, but I couldn't get it. No, you got to play defense and go, I got to vote so I don't lose what I got.
Yeah, how about that?
Little that I need somebody that's going to protect that.
How about that?
That's how you got to vote at this point now, because I'm going to call it. Republicans are calling out what they want to take from you. And they telling people this, but they know people are so focused on what I can get. They know people not paying attention to what can be taken from them. So they know they're going to continue to get voted back into office because everybody's focused on what I can get. I'm not voting for this person because I didn't get. People are being selfish. I think people are being selfish with that, but they're not focusing on what's being taken away from you.
How about that?
This is true.
And that's just my take on that. People got to, be more aware of what's going on. Forget what I can get, what I get. I want more.
Do y'all feel that people are just like, screw it all because they got out and they voted Biden and Harris in there and look where we're at? Do you think that's one of the reasons why people are like, well, it didn't work, so what's the point?
It's some of that, but you know what? With these Supreme Court decisions, Biden's hands are pretty much locked in on that. I mean, there was nothing he can really do with this stuff here. When the Supreme Court takes away this, his hands is pretty much tied. And they talking about, he should go after the filibuster and all that. There's a good and there's a bad behind even messing with that, man. The Republicans are hoping for something like that, So his hands are pretty much not completely tied, because even with them being somewhat tied, he can't even get everybody on the Democratic Party to join on him. It's always certain two that just won't join in and get in there and do things. So that's where the loss is coming in.
I agree with you. I think the biggest issue, people are not looking at the fact that they overturned Roe v. Wade. People are looking at inflation. Obviously, gas prices are through the roof.
Yeah.
Cost of living is crazy. And I hear and see people more and more saying that it's 100% a no for them in 2024 for Biden, or whoever's coming up, whoever's going to be representing the Democrats. They're going to be going for Trump. More, I hear it. And my thing is, are you sure that that is the right decision based on what is yet to come?
You hear it, and that's true.
People need to understand what's going to come after. You go because all the Republicans are running on the same BS. what they're going to take from you. And they're telling you it out loud. Now, if you go ahead and vote for them and they take something from you or something that, and remember, they're taking stuff from you and it's going to last you a lifetime.
Absolutely.
Okay? They doing stuff that's going to last you a lifetime. Inflation is only going to last you for a certain amount because it's been inflation before.
Sure.
It's been inflation before most of us even walk the earth. So it's always going to be inflation. So that's going to come and that's going to go. But these laws and stuff that they're enacting is going to be forever. So you got to weigh it. Are you going to put up with the inflation now and vote the right way or the way you should vote? Or you going to go, I'm not going to vote that way because of the inflation and let them enact laws that are going to affect you for the rest of your life. And remember, not just the rest of your life, the rest of your kids' life, the rest of your grandkids' life, the rest of their lives, and so on for generations.
That's why they was happy. All that talk when they was trying to talk about Biden to pack the court. Look at this. Look at the reaction we're getting from not doing that. They were just actually waiting for him to not do this, and they took advantage of it. And they're gonna just keep getting rid of.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the Democrats are a little bit weak right now.
Okay.
Weak and vulnerable.
The filibuster. Biden called for the filibuster to be blown up to protect women's rights. The same two Democrats are against it.
Exactly.
So that's not on Biden. You can't blame Biden for that because you still got the same.
Was it Manchin and who? Manchin and Sinema, whatever her name is.
They still against it, even to protect women's rights. So there's nothing Biden can do about that.
Those are two Republicans in disguise. Bottom line, those are not Democrats. Those are not Democrats.
We knew that. That's why I said the same two all the time when it comes to that. No, they're never going to vote for anything as far as that. He can forget that. They're never going to get on board with that.
When they was talking about the packing the Supreme Court and stuff like that, Manchin and Sinema was against that. Biden wasn't for it, but Manchin and Sinema was against it, so it wasn't going nowhere anyway.
Nowhere, exactly.
So anything dealing with the filibuster, Manchin and Sinema is against. So you're not going to get things done. So you can't blame Biden for that.
No, Biden has nothing to do with that. He wanted to do that. But like I said, it's always going to be the same two that's going to always vote against it. And there's nothing from the start, he wasn't getting anything in because those same two names kept coming up. So it's not going to change. He's not going to get anything done because of those two.
And he fought for the filibuster he said, I'll stand by the filibuster being blown up this time, but we got two senators that's not for it, so we need to replace them.
Well,
and he came out and he didn't pull no punches.
What's up?
Your final thoughts on Roe v. Wade being overturned?
Well, once they pulled that nonsense with Obama with we won't allow you to bring a judge in during election year, when they allowed it, the Republicans allowed that to happen as well. Roe v. Wade, like I said, I always thought it was a law. It's apparent that it's not. You already have women jumping states getting abortions. You already have it. It's been on the news. Women are doing that. You know, as long as they can come to a friendly state where they can get it done, I applaud them for making the trips. I know it's an expensive thing.
Wait, okay. Me and Kia had this conversation earlier. Texas is making it a crime for women to do that.
I know.
Yeah, I'll say this. You have states that are going to make it a crime. This is what I will say. This is now. This is where how the justice system is all screwed up. So we already know that if certain states, let's say they legally ban abortions, is a federal crime. You can't get an abortion. No state. Now, women of color are most likely going to do more time than
Caucasian.
than other women.
Yeah.
And that is proven. So that is something that women of color have to worry about. We're headed for a rough place. I never really thought, like, I remember learning about Roe v. Wade in school. I don't even remember when I learned. It's been a while, y'all. I've been out of school. It's been some years. But I will say,
right?
I never thought that I would be sitting here thinking like, hell, in another month, I may have to ask to call you guys. That's the state we're in, where women may be losing more rights just because of the state we're going in this country.
Hey, and watch out now. They won't be short to say, well, it doesn't matter if you get raped, you got to keep that baby. It doesn't matter if it's your uncle or your cousin, you got to keep that baby. Trust me, they're on the verge of that as well.
Well, I've heard some politicians come out and say this. I'll tell you, I was watching CNN a few weeks ago. Well, not a few weeks ago, because this is recent. The same weekend that the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. And one of the Republican senators out here obviously said that Texas may be looking into overturning laws so where men will have to pay for child support when the baby is in the womb.
And what?
So, and you gotta think, let's be clear, there are some women who have had to deal with men not wanting them to have children, and these men have gotten physical to the point of taking their lives. So you gotta understand that that's a risk too. And now you gotta think that, oh, he may not want to pay child support. So what other risk does that present to a woman? You know, I wouldn't put it past Texas doing that, because he came out, and the Republican senator, I can't remember his name, he came out and said that that's something they're going to look at out here. And to me, that's a concern. Well, why wouldn't it be? Because now you're saying they believe at the time of conception, soon as that baby is conceived, it is a life. So now what are you saying? Should that father be paying child support at the time of conception? Like, I mean, well, you know,
I mean, that makes
and
absolutely
then
no sense.
also, should you be able to get life insurance? Should you be able to claim this child on your taxes? They're not going to want you to do those type of things, like claim, you know, life insurance and stuff. I mean, claim them on your taxes and life insurance. That's money they're going to have to give you.
Yeah, because
but
if the
that's some things they got to look at too.
Yeah, but if the baby is stillborn, then what? What do you say then? So now I've been paying. The baby passes in the womb, then what? Or and if I have to take out life insurance before the child is born and the baby passed, you got to pay me the life insurance? I mean, you know, how much sense does that make? Absolutely none. Because first off, how would you charge me as far as child support? Baby's not even here yet. So what are you charging me for?
Maybe they'll charge you for medical, because you know the woman has to go to appointments and things like that. I have no clue, but that is something they're going to look in Texas. I don't know if other states are going to look at that, but it's something to keep in mind. And to me, again, when you have some men who will go to the extent of trying to take your life for, you know, being pregnant because they don't want you to have their baby, that's something you have to consider as well. And so, again, anyways, for me, I'm all about minding my business and letting everyone do what the hell they want to do with their bodies. If you want to do this, do it. If you want to do that, do it. I don't care what you do, and don't worry about what I do. That's what I think we should be doing, but apparently, you know,
apparently they don't.
The so-called elected doesn't agree with me.
Well, they don't think we think for ourselves. That's the problem.
They had one of these elected officials. Yeah, it's about a control. Funcles and Niece,
it's a control thing, because let me tell you, you got most. I wouldn't say most. I couldn't tell you the exact number because I wouldn't know that. But Republicans are pro-death penalty. Mm-hmm. So how can they be pro-death penalty but then say we pro-life? Because if you protect the baby, okay, I get it.
Hypocrite.
I get it. But a living, breathing human being, regardless to what they do. It's not up to you to decide, I'm going to kill this person.
Hypocrites, Raymond. Hypocrites. You know that.
Right. How can you say this person should die, but this young girl who got raped by some perverted SOB, she got to carry that child, and if she don't, she can end up with criminal charges. And what about these people? They go, if you go out of state and get an abortion, your state, the state you leave in, can hold you accountable. Since when do one state have to care about crime committed in another state? If let's say Texas say abortion is a crime, but you leave Texas and go to New York and have an abortion, why is Texas worrying about what you're doing in New York? New York's not worrying about what's going on down in Texas.
I can answer that one for you. Here's the answer for that one. Herschel Walker lives in Texas. He's running for Senate in Georgia. Dr.
Don't answer that question.
Dr. Oz lives in Jersey. He's running for Senate in Pennsylvania. Republicans get to do whatever they want, Raymond. That's why. They're hypocrites. That's why. There's the answer. They pick and choose the rules. They didn't ask you to play the game. You're in the game. They're not asking you to play. You're just in it. So we're gonna make up the rules as we go. Do we believe in death penalty? Yes. Do we believe?
Then that goes back to what I said. People better start voting to protect what they have instead of worrying about what they're gonna get.
And that's all it is. They make up the rules as they go. They're not saying that we're gonna make the rules make sense. We're just gonna make them as we go. Do we believe in the death penalty? 100%. The bad guy gotta die. But do we believe that, in abortion? No, we don't believe in death. We're good guys. We don't believe in killing, really. So they're hypocrites, man. They're not making the rules for you to understand. They're just making the rules as they go along.
Well said. All I gotta say is, what is next? What is next?
Microchips in your.
I didn't ask y'all to answer that daggone question. I'm just throwing that out there. I ain't asked y'all to answer.
Microchips in your arm. That's what's next. Instead of keeping your cell phone to watch.
You may not find out what's next. So
you know what I'm saying?
That's the thing.
Instead of us using your cell phone to monitor you, we'll just put the chip in your arm and monitor you.
Did I didn't ask you to answer the daggone question, damn it.
I'm sorry.
Damn it. Anyways, we're gonna start with Big Rob. What are your thoughts on Donald Trump potentially running for presidency in 2024?
What they doing? They praising him so much. I mean, after that big loss, I mean, his ego is sitting in front of him. Let's put it like this: unless the DOJ step up and put those silver bracelets on him, he's going to run again. There's no question about it. Unless that happens, and I don't see the DOJ doing that. His ego can't let him stay out the limelight. He has to get back in there.
Yeah, I know. I'm 100% sure he's gonna run. Funcle Ray, what are your thoughts on Donald Trump potentially
running again?
Yeah,
I don't think. I personally, I don't think he would run again unless he get indicted, because he can run if he get indicted. He can't run if he's convicted.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So
they clamp him up.
So the thing about it is, if he get indicted, he'll feel like the only way to protect myself is to become president. So he'll still run if he get indicted. If he don't get indicted, he won't run. He'll just keep talking it up so that people just, the fools that keep sending him money.
Yeah, how about that?
And they'll just continue to send him money, send him money. And 2024 come and he go, I'm not running. But if he get indicted, he's gonna feel I gotta run if I don't want to see the inside of a jail cell.
Yeah, that's why it's up to what the DOJ do. If
yeah, that's the only way I see him running if he get indicted. But I don't see anybody on the Republican side running that's going to be any less a monster than Donald Trump. See, because in order to keep the Republican Party in their grasp, they got to be as bad as Donald Trump.
They got to be as bad as him. Yeah.
So DeSantis is already showing that he's evil.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's smarter than what Trump was. So he'll probably be even more evil than what Trump is.
Yeah.
And know how to do it. That's the only difference. He'll know how to get away with it.
Because he's a politician.
So that's the only thing. I can't tell people what to do, but I feel personally that people better pay attention to what the Republican Party is doing and what they're trying to do. And you better vote accordingly. Because voting for candidates that you know not going to win, but you go, I just want to vote just to be voting. No, you got to vote for, it's either going to be a Democratic Party or the Republican Party. Now, you would vote for the Republican Party. They're telling you what you're going to get. They're telling you. You got to vote for the Democratic Party, in my opinion, because the Democratic Party is trying to defend you against what the Republican Party is trying to do to you. And that's just my take on it. Now, if people feel, oh, I got to see more before I believe that, you see what they just did to women's rights. How much more you need to see?
True. I honestly feel like he's going to run. I don't, at this point, of what all that's going on, I don't see a Democrat winning. If Biden and Harris run, they're not going to win.
I don't think so either.
They're not. And I don't really feel like we have a lot of time to identify anyone else who's going to be strong enough. But I just don't see it happening. And I do believe it's going to be between Donald Trump and DeSantis.
I do too. I think.
All right. Well, let's talk about some other stuff the Supreme Court has done over the last few weeks. So the Supreme Court ruled 6-2 that teachers, staff, coaches can now lead students in prayer in public school. Funkle Ray, what are your thoughts on that?
You said teachers and staff?
They can now lead prayer in public school.
Students they can lead it or pray?
They can now lead students in prayer in public schools.
The problem I have with prayer in school is not everybody in school is Christian. Okay? Muslims go to public school. So why would a Muslim child be forced to pray to Jesus if that's not their religion?
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
They shouldn't be penalized for that. What if you go to school, or your child or your grandchild or whoever, and the teacher's Muslim?
That's right.
And he goes, y'all got to do salat 5 times a day. Y'all got to pray 5 times a day. How would you feel about your child or your grandchild or anything being forced to do the Muslim prayer?
People lose school.
People wouldn't like it. So I don't think that children in school should be forced to pray and follow the Christian religion if that's not their religion.
Man, let me tell you something. You would have people pulling their kids out of school if there's a Muslim in there and they telling and they trying to get their children to pray like that. So it's a dumb idea. It's a dumb idea. Stop trying. I mean, back in the day, I remember back when we was in elementary school, Raymond, we used to stand up and do the Pledge of Allegiance in class. So if you want to do that, fine. But to pray, no. no, there's no room in there in schools for that. Leave that out. Leave that out. You want to do the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States? That's fine. It's do you want to do Star Spangled Banner? Yeah, okay. But to actually pray to God, no, you leave that for in your home life, or if you go to church, because like you said, there's Muslims, Christians, Jews.
Right.
There's different and if they don't pray to, why make them? Are you going to force them? And if they don't, you're going to suspend them? Nah, pass on that nonsense.
I can dig it. I went to Catholic school, so we were praying.
You're not getting your opinion, Kia.
We were. I mean, I went to Catholic school, so we had to pray a whole lot in school. So it didn't even matter. I wasn't Catholic, and y'all done have me up in there praying like 18 times a day, going to church 3 times a week. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it, but I do believe what you guys are saying is right. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but what you guys are saying is the truth, because you have people with different religions and they shouldn't be forced to do anything. So the question is a teacher going to force a student to do something that they don't want to do when it comes to praying, and then it's going to cause some type of issue in the school?
Of course it will. Of course.
The way things are going in this day and age, it most likely will, because everything is about being confrontational and leading to fight videos and nothing but drama. People don't know how to de-escalate and handle situations at all in this day and age, and that is a huge problem. But for me, I'm not against it, but I'm only really saying, like, look, when I said a little bit earlier, what's next? Slowly you're seeing the different things that the Supreme Court is changing. They're on a roll. They're doing a lot. And
what's next?
You just gotta pay close attention to the different things that they are ruling on, and things that they're going to be ruling on in the near future, which is going to cause
this is just a
huge uproar, and it's going to create, I don't even know what the hell is going to get crazy. But
what are you going to do if a child doesn't he doesn't pray? What's the next? He's going to be suspended, detention, because he doesn't want to pray? What if he's just no religion at all? What if he just, listen, that's not my thing, I'm not going to pray? Is he going to be, does he have to sit in the principal's office? Do you have to go to the dean's office? And what they're going to do, chastise him because he doesn't pray? I mean, come on, this is ridiculous. I mean,
agree.
What next?
I don't know. There's more to come, I'm sure. So what are your thoughts on all of the mass shootings that's been going on in America, and more specifically, your thoughts on potentially arming teachers and school staff in the schools?
I'm gonna let retired correction officers take this one.
What?
What?
As long as there's guns, there's going to be mass shooting, and the more guns, there's going to be even more mass shootings.
No. We want you to go on to them give teachers and staff guns. What do you think of that?
As far as giving teachers guns, that's a recipe for disaster, because it's going to be somebody who get agitated enough to shoot a child.
Ah, good one.
That's first off. Because these kids nowadays are, challenging.
Good one.
You will get a teacher that's going to shoot a child. Now, if you believe that a teacher with a 9mm in their hip, or the 38 revolver, or a 380, or whatever handgun they're going to carry, because I know they're not going to carry an AR-15 in their briefcase to class, is going to go against an AR-15 or something like that. If an active shooter come into that building, you think that teacher, you got cops that are afraid of that.
How about
afraid of those weapons. You think a teacher with a 9mm who's not trained is going to just pull out and go, yeah, it's on?
How about
like
that?
Mel Gibson or something?
How about
that's trash. So arming teachers, no, I think that's a recipe for disaster when it comes to the students. And I believe that's a bad idea, because they're not going to go against an active shooter with a semi-automatic rifle.
How about that?
I agree. Yeah, I don't think that's the right thing because sometimes people are careless. What if the teacher leaves the gun somewhere it's not supposed to be, and a kid gets? It's just not a good look. And again, how many people are winning battles with an AR and you got a 9 or whatever? Especially if you're not trained. And we see law enforcement lose those battles too daily. So I don't think it's a good idea, even though you see more and more that that's what they want to do. I forgot what there was one state they wrote the governor was it? I can't remember this state, but he signed a bill within 24 hours of training for school staff to be armed. 24 hours of training.
24 hours?
Yes.
A whole 24?
Yeah.
Hey, how much training did you have to take? A whole 24?
What?
For them to allow them to be armed. I forgot which state it was. Yeah.
To be armed?
Yeah. A whole 24?
I wouldn't qualify once a year. I qualified in the academy. I took a whole week.
Let me tell you something. My thing is this. What's to say one of these teachers, they got their little pistol on their hip, and some kid don't walk up behind them and bust them in the back of their head, take that pistol? Who's to say that can't happen? Why it can't happen?
It can happen, and it will happen. With these kids nowadays are different.
They're different. Exactly.
Different.
And you want to know something else about these kids nowadays? A lot of these kids are bigger.
Okay, so it was Governor DeWine in Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. It's just not, but again, they feel like they know best. They don't walk in our shoes. Their children are not subject to half of the stuff. Well, not even half, the majority of the things that our children would be subjected to for them to even make these decisions. They make these decisions, and it's just not the right decisions. But,
well, I can see that happening one time. Some kid come up behind some teacher, some small little math teacher, and him going upside her head with a book, taking her gun, and start shooting. Rest assured, that's gonna happen. It is a recipe for disaster. And like you say, either that teacher's gonna come in one day mad, and that one student's gonna say something that's gonna really set that fire off, and that teacher's gonna shoot, or that teacher's gonna get hit in the head, and that gun's gonna get taken, and you're gonna have a whole lot of other problems. You're gonna have a whole lot of other things to try to figure out how do we now get the guns out of there.
Yeah, I agree. What are y'all thoughts on how the Uvalde police department handled that school shooting?
Cowards, chickens. I did my homework on it. They were cowards.
That's the perfect example right there. They got the cop was ready 3 minutes into the shooting.
Yeah.
They had their AR-15, they had their shields, they had everything. All they had to do was go in the classroom. They were scared. They didn't go into an hour and some change later.
That's
so
right.
If they're scared to go against the AR-15 when they holding one themselves,
that's right.
What makes you think Miss Peaches or whatever Miss Somberg or whatever your teacher name gonna be, holding a 9mm, she got it on her, it's gonna go against an AR-15 or something like that.
And he got his magazine of 30, and he firing them things off, you know what I'm saying? And he's shooting off 30 rounds in 2 seconds. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I guess she's gonna be the hero. Not gonna happen. The lunch lady who mans the lunchroom, she gonna throw a burger at him
with the little hairnet on her head. She gotta have a 9mm on her hip too while she's cooking.
Hell no, because
what are they doing? What are you doing?
She gonna get mad because you don't take your vegetables, and she might pop one in you. So no, you don't want her having one. But I can tell you this much: I've seen what those bullets look like. Yeah, the cops. If the cops didn't run in there and do nothing about it, it tells you that they know what that bullet was going to do to them. So they became cowards. And what you said, it took them about an hour before they went in.
Yeah. And children could have bled out. The teachers could have bled out. It's just like, oh my God.
They didn't want no parts of that.
Horrible. Didn't the chief resign? I think he resigned last week.
Why wouldn't he? That's his way of getting away.
Yeah, just he unbelievable.
I held it out of there, of course.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Listen, if when your guys are tucking their tails, you might as well tuck your tail and run too.
True. All right, y'all. Let's switch it up. I'm gonna go on one of our final two topics of the evening. So last Monday, the Akron Police Department was involved in a shooting, which led to the death of Jalen Walker. They shot around 90 times, and he was hit about 60 times. Do y'all have any thoughts on that?
My thing is this: how many cops it took to shoot 90 times and hit this kid 60 of them? I mean, damn, sorry for saying that, but 90 shots fired at one guy? Now I know, they saying he fired at the police, and I know after that police were on the ready, they don't go. But 90 shots for a guy that was running? I mean, fear is one thing, but them guys must have been really scared because their trigger fingers just couldn't stop. Take it, Ray.
I don't know the story, so I really can't feed in. I know that's tragic, but I don't know the details of the story. I couldn't even speak on that.
They said he was hit 60 times, man.
I think 90 shots is excessive.
90 shots, in a clip, at best 18. He was
they was hitting him while he was laying down on the ground. Yeah. Like, come on now.
Shots? Shoot, how many holes? I mean, you got to be kidding me. Wow.
Some people are just handled differently. It doesn't matter whether you're armed or not, a threat or not. Some people will be handled as if they are,
another black man shot down the street.
I don't care if this man was armed or not. 90 shots, 60. It's just unacceptable.
Well,
it's unacceptable.
That's overkill.
Yes.
And everything. But it's a habit of that because when we spoke earlier, Kia, what we did, the Diallo case, they shot 41 times.
Yeah.
The Sean Bell case, they shot 52 times.
Yeah.
So it's a habit of that overkill thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, with our people. I remember in school talking about that.
They fired 200 shots. And it'll be like, okay, it's just a news story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
it's like with our people, that's normal, and there's never any de-escalation when it comes to us. Well, people who look like me and you. There's never a let's de-escalate, or this person isn't a law-abiding citizen that may have just been having a bad day, but you can get someone who doesn't look like me and will go and shoot up a store or do something crazy, and they treat them as if they're just, this law-abiding citizen and just innocent. But when it comes to people who look like you guys, my two Funcles, y'all don't get the benefit of the doubt. Y'all don't. You ain't a law-abiding citizen because your skin is a damn threat.
Yeah, we gonna get
that is how they look at us. It doesn't matter what the hell you're doing in life. You could be your law enforcement. We've have had law enforcement treated like trash by their own because they're not wearing their uniform, but because they look like us.
Yeah,
and it's just unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Overkill. And what are they going to do about this one? I mean, what are they going to do?
90 shots? As a chief, I want to know what the hell was going on out there.
I mean, Lord, you had to reload, right? There was some reloading.
If I'm a chief of a police department and that happened, I got questions to ask. And I'm going to ask those same questions. What were you guys doing? It's apparent the guy was on the floor. So how come there was still shots going off?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. I got questions to ask, and I'm asking them, and I want some straight answers because that, in other words, you saying fire, drop your magazine, load it, fire, drop your magazine, load. No, I got questions, and I'm going to ask them.
Yeah.
There's no real chiefs of police out there that ask no real questions. So it comes back to, well, we were doing our job.
Is there no chiefs that want to ask questions, or there's no chiefs who care to ask questions?
You can go both that, but more care to ask questions. Yeah.
I mean, I honestly feel like the chief was forthcoming with whatever he could be with, but the whole thing is, I'm still just shocked at seeing the young. You couldn't see it because they obviously blocked his body out at the request of the family, but he's on the ground. But this is not the first time I've seen a black man on the ground, hands up, or whatever the case, and they're still shooting. It's like, what the hell? But it goes back to in Michigan, the chief of police, I can't remember which city it was. Their targets are African American men.
Yep. Oh, he came out and apologized for that. A little too late.
And then you wonder why you have some of these outcomes, because you are training your men to kill.
And it took the Boy Scouts. It took the Boy Scouts to bring that out.
I couldn't even believe that. I'm like, but really?
They had the Boy Scouts there, and the Boy Scouts seeing this nonsense, and the Boy Scouts were offended by it, so they took it to their parents and look. That's the only reason why it came out. Think about it. Had not been any Boy Scouts there that day.
And then the crazy thing is, you have had an African American on the force who was okay with that.
Of course, because he was one of the good boys. Good boy.
It's a head scratcher to me. It's crazy. All I gotta say is, I thought that regardless, you are supposed to get your day in court. But like, also when I did post a video on it, and I didn't even really say anything. I just pretty much said sleep in peace, justice for the young man. And when I tell you the hate people had for the young man, you didn't even know the kid. People didn't know the guy, but because this country is so jacked up and everybody is picking sides. Oh, y'all always doing this, y'all always doing that, so y'all, that's why it's like that. I don't think all of us are like this, but you get judged as a criminal, whether you are or you're not. That's it.
The boy was speeding. The boy got out and ran. He, who knows what was going on with him. And if he really did take a shot at the cop, okay, he was going down a bad hill anyway. My thing was this: I think what he wanted to do, and like you said, his wife had passed away, so was he going on with suicide by cop? Because people do that. They do that nonsense there too. So hopefully that wasn't the case. And just these cops would just overkill the family, sue the hell out of them, and get rich off them. But hopefully it wasn't suicide by cop, because he might have been going through some things. And you just nowadays with police, you don't shoot at them and then turn around and run from them, because they're not going to let you go. They're not going to let up on you. They're not going to let up.
I can agree with you on that part. Still just mind-boggling. Like, I mean, again, you don't even have to do anything to get pulled over.
True.
You just got to look like you.
True.
That's it. Look like you. My brother came and picked me up, and they followed him all the way into my apartment complex just because they can do it.
Exactly.
It's just, enough is enough. I'm tired. Beyond. It's ridiculous at this point. But that's the state of what we're dealing with. Some things just won't ever change. They won't get better, because as you can see, with things starting to be overturned and you're losing rights, it won't get any better. So we'll just march and be mad, and then the next situation, because it's always going to be a situation, because they don't have any regard for us. And I'm still not going to let us off the hook, because we are doing this stuff to ourselves too. I'm tired of seeing our young children being killed because we out here acting stupid in the streets. That's a problem too that we got to address and start calling out. And we are calling it out, but we really got to take it up another notch because it's just ridiculous. Every time I turn around, this morning, two young babies in Dallas, the mom just drove to a damn to a light, and they having a shootout. One of the 5-year-olds dead, and I think the other baby was 8, shot too. And it's like, damn, she wasn't even a part of this. Y'all just shooting, being reckless. What the hell? We are detrimental to our own people as well, and we got to start holding each other accountable too.
I mean, look at that young lady on 95th Street, Manhattan. The guy walked up at me and shot her in the back of the head, and she was with her child. I mean, we got a lot of they call them Pookies and Ray Rays out there, bunch of knuckleheads, and there's no control in them. Everybody's in a gang now. All these young gang members, and they got to prove themselves to get, keep moving up in rank. We got a bunch of, as they call them, a bunch of yummies out there. And it's just, you can't change that. They're not going to let you change that. Why? As long as you keep killing them and we can arrest them, that keeps the jails going. That keeps the mortuaries going. They got a good thing going with this. They're not going to let this stop. They're going to keep those guns getting in the community. They're going to keep the alcohol and the drugs and the weed and all that. That's why I said, go ahead and smoke that weed. Puff it all day long. You know what I'm saying? It makes you stupid. And they do it. So yeah, it's never going to change. We're going to always have this kind of chaos in America. Why? Gangs, violence, or just idiots walking up on women and shooting them.
Absolutely, Big Rob. Funkle Ray, you sitting back there smacking on your gum, chilling.
Yeah, because like I said, I didn't know much about the topic that y'all was talking about as far as that. As far as the kid getting shot 90 times.
I'm just tired of seeing every day I'm seeing children being killed due to gun violence. And we're talking about little children who have nothing to do with this crap. Because these guys are out here just recklessly just shooting. I'm shooting. What are you shooting each other over what? When you think about it, it's like y'all fighting over that. We got so many bigger issues going on that you need to be focused on, and you focus over some stupid crap. And our children are the ones suffering because our children are the ones being killed because you guys are recklessly I just want to, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you might bruise my ego one day and step on my shoe. I'm gonna have to come shoot up the whole basketball court. I'm dumb like that. I mean, that's their mentality.
We really need to be past that. We need to be focused on building up the communities, but it's like can't. You got too many. You got too many black guys hating each other. Like I said, I got a green, I got a blue color, I got a red color, I got a white color. Everybody's different colors, flags, and this and that. So as long as you got all of that, I live on 180th Street. But if you walk to 181st Street, you're in my territory now, or his territory. They do this by blocks. So how is it that a city block is owned by you? So you live on 180th Street. That's your gang. But if I walk to 181st Street, that's your gang, and that's what we fight over, a street that we don't even own. So it's never going to change. It can't change. As long as you got gang life, it cannot change. I'm just tired of the babies being in the crossfire, or even the elderly. I was reading a few weeks ago, this elderly woman got killed, and she came from work, went to go to the store, buy some groceries, caught in the middle of some bull crap.
Exactly. And that's always it.
Like,
that's
what the hell?
That's
like,
right. All the
we have to be better than this.
It's because when these guys shoot, I'm not actually shooting at you.
We gotta be better.
I'm shooting because I got a gun. 9 out of 10, I'm not going to hit the guy I'm shooting at. I'm going to hit 14 people all around him. Because I really can't shoot. I'm just and everybody in the way get hit.
It's so sad, especially to see all these young babies. And that was just sad reading that this morning with the two young kids, and the mom just pulling up to a light because you just at a light because you gotta stop. And it's like, damn, like
ain't stopping the light no more.
What the hell? You know? All right, let's lighten it up a bit before we shut it down. What y'all got going on for the rest of the summer? Funkle Ray, what you got going on? I know you're going to that Yankee game to watch the Mets beat the Yankees. Is that what you said? You said the Mets going to beat the Yankees? I know you ain't about to say the Mets.
Yeah, that's not true. Oh, well, let me tell you what happened. Remember we brought those tickets here for the Met Yankee game for August, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they I got entered into a contest. It's Arm and Hammer from where I got the tickets, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do I want to put my name in for the raffle? Okay, put my name in for the raffle. So I did it that day when we did the tickets. The following day after you did the tickets for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I put my name in the raffle. That's cool. Do you know they called me? They called me, wait. Thursday. And I won. I won the grand prize. Good. I got 8 field level tickets for the Yankee Kansas City Royals game on July 30th, right? And dinner for 8 at NYY Steaks. Right? It came over $2,000. So I had to pay the taxes on it. So I was like, I ain't giving y'all my social security number, y'all, because they wanted to fill out the 1099 form.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I can't accept the prize because I ain't giving nobody my social security number. I was like, y'all want a reference number or something? And they go, you got to pay taxes on it at tax time. So, and I was like, well, I can't give it to the runner up. I can't take.
I wouldn't have gave him my social security card number 2 either. Nah, man, don't do that.
Well, see, the only thing about it was that it was the people who we brought the tickets from.
I get that.
But that's what I said. I was like, I'm not giving out my social security number to anybody.
I can see.
Come on now, I was going to come up to the Bronx and we was going to go to the game. I was going to eat some filet mignon and you out here.
While y'all doing all that, eating all that good food, somebody's buying a brand new car in your name.
It would have been on his name, not mine.
Somebody buying a whole new furniture on and saying, yeah, thank you, because he gave us his social security card number over the phone. Thank you very much.
They couldn't give you another prize like something else.
No. We want your social security.
I was like, no, I don't do social security number. I said, y'all want a reference number or something? I can get a reference number.
I don't even know why they would think that anyone would be willing to do that. I would complain because
come on.
Why would they think anybody in this day and age would give their social up?
Right, who gets social security number? And they go, we need to put what's the W-9?
Yeah. Do you know how many people do that?
And then after I, turned down the prize, then they sent me an email going, you turned down the prize, and they gave it to me in writing that I turned down the prize. I still got the email.
Think about it here. 8 low-level tickets. Do you know how many true Yankee fans would have been like this? Social Security, 847, blah, blah, blah. They gave up their life for that. And a free dinner, too? Oh, no.
Derek
Jeter was going to be there. Derek Jeter was going to be there, man. You done messed us up. We could have been in the house. Come on.
Yeah, and I can see him now getting a bill statement. Well, what? I didn't go to Raymond Flanagan's and purchase a whole living room set. Yeah.
You could have got that Porsche and that house in your name for us to have a little fun.
Okay.
Come on now, man.
Your social security card number end up in Budapest and somebody else is using it out there. Nah, man. I would have told them. I'd have said no, thank you to that too.
Right, I turned it down.
Not my.
I'm going to see them. I'm going to see them August 23rd. I'll buy my own steak. I'll buy my own steak before the game starts.
We could have been in row 1 and you want to be in row 200? Come on now, man. Come on.
See you now. Oh, my social security card? Yes. One, my name is Raymond Clement, blah, blah, and next thing you know.
I give you my blood type. I'm A positive. I'm O
That's why I asked him. I said, y'all can't take no other number, no reference number, nothing.
Nope, we don't want that. We want your personal life on this phone right now. Now just go ahead and tell us that. And when you telling him, while you telling him that, Pookie and Ray and all the rest of them, or everybody else on the phone, yeah, he about to tell us his social security card number. Hold on. I gotta hear every number he say. Gotta be kidding. 18, let me tell you something. 8 other people would have been sitting on their phones just waiting for you to say, okay, you got that? He said 1, 3, 2, 5. Yeah, we got it. Okay, good. And the credit cards would have been opened up, Jack.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like, I'm gonna need you to call him back and get the damn ticket to that steak. I want a damn steak.
And what day is that on?
Huh?
What day was that supposed to be on?
The 30th.
July 30th.
I was gonna fly up and everything.
What?
Come on now. What the hell? You ain't
They're
doing
doing
it right.
July 30th, the Kansas City game.
I was gonna fly
That's when they play the Kansas City Royals. It's a 2:00 game, actually.
And that's a Saturday, too.
I was gonna fly up that Friday, too.
That's on a Saturday. So in other words, on a Monday, you would have purchased a brand new car.
Yeah. You'd have got you a Lexus for
I don't, when it comes to that, give out your social security number and all, I go, no, I don't play with that.
Let me tell y'all something. I had my identity stolen. Somebody opened up a bank account in my name and everything. Let me tell you, I got that LifeLock. I recommended LifeLock 100% with Norton, because let me tell you something. Anytime somebody touched my name or anything, bam, I get a hit. They let me know. So I recommend, if you're ever in a jam, LifeLock 100%. And I got it for the whole family. And trust me, anytime your name is anything, LifeLock gives you a hit, let you know. Is this you? Are you doing it? Nope. Okay, we got it.
What are you doing? A LifeLock commercial?
I'm recommending a little sponsorship going on that we don't know about.
Recommended 100% because they hit. I tell you, it's scary when you got banks calling you saying, "Yo, your credit card," and I'm like, "Wait a minute, I don't have an account with you." They said, "Well, somebody opened an account in your name, and is this your social security number?" I was like, "Yes, that is. Somebody got you." I said, "Okay." I said, "That's not me. I did not open." They said, "Don't worry. They knocked it. They locked it up." They said what they'll do is we're going to wait for the person because we're going to freeze the money. So we're going to wait for them to come in to try to claim the money. And that's when we're going to get them. And I said, okay. Got that. Trust me. Got Norton LifeLock. Anytime a Robert Clement, nope, that's not me. So if somebody out there named Robert Theodore Clement, and they try to do something, because there's you look in the book, there's other ones with the same name. And anytime I go, nope, that's not me. Nope. And that's that. They shut it down.
They was trying to get you.
Oh, they was trying to get me. LifeLock with Norton. It works.
All right. If we ain't getting no sponsored, if we ain't getting no dollars thrown at us, don't be talking about them too much. Okay. We ain't getting no dollars. We not getting no dollars.
Well, I'm paying them dollars.
You got anything going for the summer, Big Rob?
Listen, I was out back cleaning and fixing and barbecuing already, and I'm laying low this summer. I'm gonna lay low this summer. I'm gonna just hang out in my backyard. I'm getting so much done in the house. The kitchen's getting done. I'm gonna get the front steps and everything. I'm putting enough money just putting the house together. So right now, I'm just in chill mode. I'm gonna let Robin and Leah go ahead and have their fun, and I'm just gonna lay back and get this house fixed up. My summer will be here with Samuel Adams and the dog,
and some Carolinas,
and a little bit of them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything this summer now that we done gave the tickets to the second place person. So I'm gonna stay right here. I'm gonna stay right here. Ain't no gonna be no steaks over here. You know, I can't afford no steak. I was gonna take the free steak, but you know, no steak over here. I'm good. Steak.
Yeah, how
give
did
him
I
his
give up
steak.
his social security card number?
You could have gave him the social. We all good.
I wouldn't give
Give
him
him the
that.
social.
Nah, I can't have that. And it was from
What, Ticketmaster?
who did Ticketmaster?
I just can't see anybody even doing something like that when they don't even know you and asking for the social. That is bogus as hell, in my opinion. You just can't do that in this day and age. Who does that?
Yeah, I couldn't do that. It was sponsored by Arm and Hammer.
And you need to call Arm and Hammer to cuss them out. Like, are you crazy? Who
Yeah,
the hell giving their social out? This
and that's
day and
probably all
age,
they asked for. We don't want your name. We just want your social. We already know your name.
right? Like, I didn't use my social to get the damn tickets. Can't you use what I gave you? That's crazy. Yeah, that's like in this day and age, I'm surprised they would even, use that method. There should have been an alternate method. You shouldn't have had to pay anything.
Well, they
if
was
you winning. You know what I'm
they
saying?
flip him up, and he actually give it up.
Yeah, because that sounds like a good 8 tickets. I mean, damn, I was coming up too. Now I ain't coming to visit.
8 field level tickets and dinner for 8 at NYY State.
I ain't coming up no more.
And the only thing it's going to cost you is your social security card number.
Right.
That was going to cost more than that $2,000 though.
Shit. Hey, look at it like this. $2,000 for those tickets, but after when we finish doing what we going to do with that social security card number, oh, shoot, $2,000, that's nothing. He just spent $18,000.
By the car, got a little fur coat.
He just
around. What was they used to wear? Get you a Sherlin. Remember you used to have the Sherlin on you back with the Sherlin and stuff.
$2,000. We'll give him 8-level tickets and a steak dinner. But after we done spending this money, shoot. Yeah, smart move. Don't give up your social.
Yeah, I get that. Nah, no question.
There.
That wasn't even a thought.
Yeah.
You might as well just go buy those 8 tickets and take us all to NY whatever steaks. And I want my steak well done.
She just won her Yankee game and a steak.
What the hell? I mean, damn. What you giving up the freebies? It was free. Yeah, I've never heard of anyone doing anything like that. That's just strange to me.
As long as I get to go to my Yankee game on August 23rd to see, well, the Mets aren't going to be in contention anymore. They done fell off. They
falling like normal.
10 games to being up by only 2 games. So
already that quickly?
Yep.
Wow.
That's why I wanted to go see him. I was like, it's going to be between the Mets and the Yankees, the battle for New York. And the Mets just fell off like that. So
typical. That sounds just like Uncle Bobby's Mets. That sounds just like your team. For real. Well, guys, we're about to wrap this up. Any final thoughts on anything we talked about today?
Yeah, let's bring back Roe v. Wade. Get back women's rights, and let's abolish the Supreme Court, because I don't see any point in having the Supreme Court. Abolish that. We got enough courts. 9th Circuit Court, 5th Circuit Court. We got enough courts. We don't need the Supreme Court. Abolish that.
Funk Ray, can you follow up?
All I got to say about everything in a nutshell is just when you vote, be careful about how you vote, because it all plays into everything. You gotta think about it. Be smart when you vote. That's all. Nobody can tell you how to vote. Just be smart when you do vote.
I will say this: things need to change, and what I mean by that is lifetime appointments should not be. The people should be electing any elected official at all levels, and there should be no lifetime appointment. So there needs to be some changes in those articles, God damn it. And again, I am for minding my business and everybody doing whatever they feel is in the best interest of their own damn lives. Tune in next week for more of the Funcles and Kia. Y'all have a great evening.
I thought you were the queen.
I'm Kia today, daggone it. You see that Kia over there look at that Kia. K-I-A. K-I-A, Big Rob.
Amen.
Yes. Tune in next week. And remember, tomorrow is July 3rd. And then Tuesday is July 5th.
Tomorrow's what?
Tomorrow is July 3rd. And Tuesday is July 5th.
Today's July 3rd. Ain't it?
It's July 3rd tomorrow. Okay?
Wait, today's Sunday. Isn't Sunday July 3rd, Monday July 4th?
Tomorrow is July 3rd, damn it.
I'm running ahead, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't looked at a calendar. I don't even know.
And remember, y'all, ain't no hot dogs gonna be on the grill tomorrow. Or Franks, or whatever the hell y'all want to call them in this day and age.
Oh,
tomorrow is July 3rd, y'all. Peace.
All right.
All
Good
right.
night, all.
All right.